science. It's at the forefront of the many technological advancements in human society and history ever since when civilization became a thing. But even though it's generally considered to be a good thing, what happens when science is used for something less charitable, so to say? The very existence of unethical sciences has been controversial for many years. Things like the introduction and proliferation of eugenics in science since the 19th century helped influence a lot of terrible events to happen later throughout history, especially during World War II, when the Germans experimented on thousands of persecuted Jews. Unethical human experimentations also went beyond just mere eugenics. The infamous Unit 731 of Japan, founded in 1936 and dissolved in 1945, was a research and development unit under Imperial Japan that engaged in a lot of unethical experimentations involving disease, organ harvesting, amputation, and other disgusting acts that I cannot mention. The United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, also dabbled in a bit of unethical science under Project MKUltra, where they used LSD in an attempt to discover methods of brainwashing to create forced interrogation methods. So, why all the theatrics of history and unethical sciences? Why all of this for a video about a Roblox game? Look, I know it's insane for me to pull that switcheroo from a heavy topic to literally Roblox, but I thought the topic fit given the game I'm about to cover. ROBLOX is an infamous game on the Roblox platform created by one MemeNicoi, who also goes by TronP or simply Nicoi. It mostly entailed experimenting on test subjects with unknown and random viruses, usually causing death or severe transfiguration to their bodies. Nowadays though, the original ROBLOX by MemeNicoi is long gone, due to Roblox's moderation team understandably, at least to some people, viewing the game as being unacceptable, though not for the reasons most people expected, thus leading to both the creator and the community around ROBLOX creating a massive rabbit hole filled with ROBLOX sequel games, in air quotes, and fan games that never quite captured the essence of the original. Some of you may already know what ROBLOX is because of Flamingo if you haven't played the game for yourself. He is a famous Roblox YouTuber who has made many videos on ROBLOX and all subsequent attempts to revive it. He's one of the big contributing factors to why ROBLOX became so popular, which you can see with how his videos on the topic, or at least on the game itself, consistently breached the 1 million view mark. This is not a review per se, nor a form of condemnation on my part. This video is less about whether ROBLOX is worth your time or not, but rather about the realm of video games, at least in Roblox, and the audience's fascination with the idea of playing with another person's life in the realm of science. As the section title suggests, this is going to be a heavily abridged version of ROBLOX's story. I couldn't directly contact MemeNicoi to ask him why and how ROBLOX became a game, since his messages are private on Roblox and Twitter. As to why ROBLOX was made, judging from Nicoi's preserved Twitter history, or at least the tweets he didn't delete, and from comments I got from a former ROBLOX fan who played the original Nicoi version, the game was simply made for the hell of it, like Nicoi's unusual voice project. Beyond that, as of this video, I can establish that ROBLOX was uploaded to Roblox around July 2018, almost 5 years ago. ROBLOX takes place in a mysterious laboratory operated by the players. The objective of the players is ridiculously simple, yet open to enough room for new weird things to happen. Claim a new testing chamber, spawn a test subject, then enter the virus storage room and grab one of the many named samples to inject into the test subject. You could also collect blood samples from them and separate the blood from the virus to put into your personal storage. While testing, you can also choose to rope the test subject, which is done like a public hang for some reason. I don't know why.
First time.
You can also do all of these terrible acts of incomprehensible human cruelty while getting coffee, by the way.
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
Now, I've only played the fan-made spin-off versions of ROBLOX, so I can't confirm this for myself, but in the original ROBLOX, getting coffee was an essential mechanic for the players. It doesn't affect how you perform necessarily, but it just slows you down and darkens the screen if you hadn't sipped on coffee in a while. Occasionally, a test subject might reach their limit and demand answers from the scientists, but when pushed to the very edge and injecting them with God knows what at that point, they'll drop all hints of restraint and directly threaten the scientists or the players that they'll kill them any chance they get. Note that depending on the virus you inject, it can aggravate the test subjects, though it's more so of the virus's scripted effect than any planned event that makes the test subjects increasingly angrier the longer you test on them. Documenting what each virus does to a test subject to mimic real-life science experiments is something you can do in a separate document program if you want to do so. But at that point, you're probably breaching several international laws regarding science experiments.
I'm about to blow.
Once you're satisfied with creating the absolute abomination that is your test subject, you can either continue torturing them in the name of science or simply kill them via recycling. What they mean by recycling is by literally gassing them, which is an interesting design decision to say the least. As I said, ROBLOX is an extremely simple game. However, to those unaware of ROBLOX's existence or uncomfortable with the subject matter, it's incredibly popular. Being a game with an idea and concept that hasn't really been explored in Roblox itself, aside from non-Roblox games like People's Playground having explored such premises before, it was popular because to some Roblox players, it was a revolutionary and innovative game. That being said, I also can't really emphasize just how massive of a contributing factor to ROBLOX's popularity that famous YouTuber Flamingo was. Flamingo's influence on ROBLOX is almost indescribable. His videos on the game has always been extremely successful, with the most popular one having over 14 million views. Like most ROBLOX videos, it's usually him creating abominations in a laboratory alongside other players. However, he sometimes buys the game passes that lets him inject other players with the abominations he creates. Talk about paying evil unto evil.
Oh my god, what happened? What did I do? All I tried to do was spread positivity, but instead I spread disease.
Unfortunately, at some point in July 2018, the same month and year the game was uploaded to ROBLOX, so ROBLOX was removed by Roblox moderation due to violating their terms and services. Although most people theorize that it was removed for more obvious reasons, like the very blatant display of unethical human experimentation, it was soon revealed that the game was removed for two less flattering but also understandable reasons. Firstly, the depiction of gassing test subjects, and secondly, hang them by the neck via the rope feature. MemeNicoi would later try to re-upload the game to be more Roblox friendly. ROBLOX 2 was uploaded, which was intended to appease Roblox moderation by circumventing possible violations. According to the Roblox Wikia, the changes were as follows. Firstly, the test subjects were referred to as inmates instead of humans, and wore orange overalls instead of white pajamas, basically dehumanizing prisoners. The recycling and roping test subjects labels were renamed to remove inmate and hold inmate. Next, the test subjects no longer threaten the players directly after using specific viruses on them, and instead they just joked around. Then, when you're roping them, the test subjects were suspended from their shoulders instead of their heads. Finally, whenever you recycle the test subjects, they were killed using acid instead of gas. I don't know if that's actually any better now that I think about it. Unfortunately for MemeNicoi, all his efforts would be undone when Roblox removed the game again. Instead of banning it outright like with the first iteration, ROBLOX 2 would be placed under review. It has yet to be reopened to the public, and it likely never will. According to the Roblox Wikia, MemeNicoi revealed that Roblox chose altogether that the concept of unethical human experimentation was simply unacceptable. Another revival attempt was made under the name of ROBLOX, which threw out the concept of unethical human experimentation and replaced it with creating robotic weapons prototypes, I guess. Which isn't as appealing as watching a live human being suffer behind a glass wall. The mechanics of ROBLOX are also really fucking annoying and just not really fun to play with. ROBLOX did change the roping mechanic to simply holding the test subjects in place on a pedestal, and recycling them is just ejecting them into the cold darkness of space. ROBLOX, in its purest vanilla form as designed by MemeNicoi, will never see the light of day again. Some people might find ROBLOX disturbing. What's more interesting to me though is why people are so fascinated with the game. A few people praise the visual style of ROBLOX. Admittedly, even though it's basic, it's distinct enough in that it becomes MemeNicoi's trademark in many other projects he's made. The slight I still don't know how to pronounce that word.
Vignette.
The slight vignette, the usage of the classic Roblox smile over the updated one, and the cotton fabric used to mimic the textures of hair is pretty creative, if anything. It also goes beyond just mild visual details that plays directly into the results produced by the viruses. They're enough to create a weird, disgusting-like feeling when you look at them that, even though it's all stuck on a digital screen, the textures and effects of the virus either turn the skin colors into a different one, or mimicking necrosis. I'm disgusted enough to want to distance away from the test subjects and not want to touch them, despite being the one responsible for basically creating an abomination. Gameplay wise, I kind of see the appeal. While I never got to play the original version, I only found out about ROBLOX 1 or 2 years after the game was deleted. The idea of being in control of the fate of whatever unfortunate test subject bestowed upon me in the name of science is in some way a form of dark humor. There's no deeper meaning in ROBLOX. You're just injecting people with random shit for the hell of it. While any of the available named viruses given to you pretty much have the same effect, what motivates you to keep playing isn't really necessarily seeing the same result over and over again. Rather, it's what happens when you mix together viruses and see how your patient turns out after being injected 5 different strains of Ebola. It's also helped by the addition of a random virus generator, which just makes the players more curious as to what happens if I just dip my hands in gooey virus shit and just shove it up the ass of my patient. The one thing I don't get is the coffee mechanic. It's just sort of there to slow you down. Still, I guess it's to immerse the player in a role-playing experience of being a scientist who has already crossed the moral boundaries of ethics and morals to the point where they basically circle around the earth. The original version of ROBLOX is obviously long gone by now, yet in its wake, it's laid a massive, a playground to an entirely new subgenre of Roblox games on the platform that still thrives to this very day, even if only a select few games survive. ROBLOX fan games and unofficial sequels or spin-offs have sprung up all over the place. Most of them still keep the core mechanics of ROBLOX, including the coffee mechanic, although sometimes they do remove the speed debuff if you haven't drank coffee in a long time. It also implemented a new hold mechanic from ROChanix, except, mostly for some games. They probably implemented that because roping them is just not very convenient to use, and also because of Roblox moderation issues. It's gotten to the point that Roblox also seeks to stamp out any ROBLOX fan games, with several fan-made ROBLOX sequels getting nuked off the platform.
Kelvin, you fat ass, you already had one.
I haven't had any coffee, bro. Fuck off.
Dude, if you look at what he's standing on the fucking needles because he can't move.
Dude, okay, your guy's the reason why, like, my frames are dropping. Like, whenever I walk near him.
Oh.
Oh, it's lagging. Oh, the needles.
Needles.
Oh, have you all actually played Back 4 Blood? I've played it.
Oh shit, Kelvin, your character died.
Oh! No!
Fuck, we actually gonna play. What the actual fuck?
Look at Kelvin.
I can't move. I actually can't move.
Despite that, I can't say I like many of the new, more popular ROBLOX games. It's less the fact that a lot of them are incredibly washed in favor of bending to the will of the Roblox corporate gods. No. It's more so because of just how fucking unserious the newer games are. Poppy Playtime, Among Us, Skibidi Toilet, Chainsaw Man, Thanos, Mr. Beast, and a whole entourage of modern memes were all used, sometimes together even, to create extremely annoying ROBLOX iterations that rely on loud, pop reference-filled games that just ruined what made ROBLOX so popular years ago. Yes, that also includes references to the SCP Foundation. For personal reasons, mostly from poor experience with that community, I fucking hate SCP. Sure, ROBLOX originally only had a tiny selection of available viruses, and although some of the newer games do have new, unique, and non-meme viruses, it just doesn't feel the same. It all sucks shit. Some of them tried to somewhat branch out from the ROBLOX name by renaming themselves, like the Russian sleep experiment, which takes the name from an internet horror story about an unethical science experiment involving sleep deprivation in the Soviet Union. Despite the name, it's just glorified ROBLOX.
Oh my word. Oh, he's on fire now. Of many voices. Oh, he jumped through. Oh my, what did you put in him? Oh. I'm just gonna walk away. I don't think this footage is usable. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Goku!
Really, there's no sign of them stopping anytime soon, no matter how hard Roblox tries to get rid of the games and bury ROBLOX. No doubt that some of the appeal and player base came from Flamingo, whose influence on ROBLOX was so great that it's hard to doubt that his videos are probably one of the reasons why the community is still so fixated on bringing the game back no matter the cost. So, what about MemeNicoi? What happened to him? Well, after ROBLOX, he made a few other games like Row Office. Row Office is a totally different game, mostly a satire about working an office job, but it's pretty basic. It also takes similar cues from the original ROBLOX, mainly in visual styles and re-implementing the coffee mechanic. At some point, he retired from Roblox after getting banned for using terms of service violating websites. He promised to move on to other platforms like Steam and GameJolt. From what I've seen, this didn't pan out, as although he did upload a game to GameJolt that heavily references Roblox, he eventually returned to the platform to make a new game, Mixture Park. From what I've heard, Mixture Park is a much harder and more experimental version of ROBLOX that is also less edgy, so to say. Getting to the part that is essentially a spiritual successor to ROBLOX apparently takes a little longer to reach. After that, you can basically give glasses of random juices or water by picking up suspicious plants and cooking whatever abomination together with those plants, like making spicy water, which, when given to random people on the street, how wholesome. ROBLOX is undoubtedly one of the most controversial Roblox games on the platform in recent years. While it initially appeared to be a weird gimmick game with an innovative concept that has never really been explored within the realm of Roblox, up to catching the attention of big YouTubers such as Flamingo, it also brought upon the disapproval of the Roblox moderators. While ROBLOX would see the wrath of Roblox in its original form and its sequels, the scattered community would basically band together in some way and make various fan games that serve as spiritual successors to ROBLOX through whatever means necessary. This came at a cost of erasing what made ROBLOX so interesting in the first place, especially after certain developers began dabbling in the realm of inserting random memes into ROBLOX for the hell of it. MemeNicoi may have moved on to greener pastures, dabbling in projects that have either since detached themselves from ROBLOX or turned into a safer version of the game, like Mixture Park and ROChanix. But regardless of your opinion on the game, whether you condemn it or not, there's one thing that everyone can agree with. ROBLOX's legacy, at least in the foreseeable future, will never burn out. It will always be a thorn on Roblox's side, but as long as the community keeps thriving, the game will return in its many fan-made forms, like an unkillable Hydra.
I've been in since 10. Kicking product round the